It's your girl Medeiros Bab here for another exciting episode of the Valley Rally. Now, I know that this is a pickleball podcast, but I do have to mention the Broncos, #1 seed in the AFC, baby, and we are playing this week at Mile High against the Bills, so I had to pull out my swag, the Denver Bronco jacket with all of the different logos across the year. This was a collaboration limited jacket that was sold here with Be a Good Person. I am rooting for the Orange Crush, baby, hoping to get a win and head to the AFC Championship. Moving on to the biggest pickleball story that we have had over the past year is Leigh Waters, the #1 player in all of pickleball, has signed with the new company, signing with Franklin after several years with Paddle Tech. Well, the company did make the announcement saying, "We couldn't be more excited to welcome the undisputed #1 pickleball player in the world to the Franklin sports family." Lee's remarkable talent, competitive spirit, and passion for the game align perfectly with our mission to support athletes at every level while continuing to grow the sport globally. That came from Adam Franklin himself. And when Leigh talked about this, she said, "I'm incredibly proud to begin this next chapter of my career with Franklin Sports. When looking at the right partner for the future of my game, performance was a priority, and I have been so impressed by Franklin's commitment to paddle innovation. Beyond the technology, I have had an immediate connection with the team and felt a part of the family." Now, she is going to be coming out with her own paddle, and apparently it is going to be in complement to Franklin's existing X40 ball line, and that's the #1 ball in the sport. Leigh is about to be 19 years old. She does have 181 gold medals and 39 career triple crowns. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this partnership works out. Again, she was with Paddle Tech for several years before switching over to the Franklin family. Now, back here in Central California, a lot of questions have been about when are there going to be those courts coming to Woodward Park. Well, not such great news. It does not look like it's coming anytime soon because they still have not broken ground over at Vinland off of Gettysburg, and they're not finished with the courts over at Roding, and then they still have Orchid to do. Now, the thing that would be cool about courts here at Woodward Park, which is in Northeast Fresno, is that there would be tournament-style courts that could come here, meaning the city of Fresno could actually host their own tournaments if they wanted to do so, not just at private clubs like Sierra Sport and Racket Club. And finally, for my last headline of the day, we head down to the South Valley in Porterville. The mayor of Porterville, Greg Meister, said that the city council just approved the design for a $22 million library. Along with that library, there is going to be a sports complex. It's going to have football, soccer, and tennis and pickleball courts. This is pretty big for the area because 5 years ago, their library burned to the ground and claimed the lives of 2 firefighters, firefighter Patrick Jones and firefighter Raymond Figueroa. The city has been without a library ever since. Now, this was the big community hangout, and they haven't had that. But this is just the design phase, so that doesn't mean that it's going to be done anytime soon. It still has to go through the bidding phase and then obviously construction, but it's going to be south of the county courthouse on Olive Avenue. Some new pickleball courts coming to town. For this episode, we are going to be staying in the South Valley to learn who is in my kitchen. I catch up with Corey Allen, who is the one that brought those private courts to the city. It's on Grangeville and Rogers. There's several courts. They're really well done. There's been a number of tournaments that have been done there. So she started playing in 2020, and here is what she had to say about bringing pickleball to the area and wheelchair pickleball. All right, Corey, thank you so much for coming on the Valley Rally. Do appreciate it.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about where we are standing.
We are in Hanford Pickleball. We originated here in 2020. It was the first day that we opened up, right after COVID.
How did you get started into pickleball?
I'm actually an entrepreneur of pickleball. Never heard of pickleball until my husband approached me about it and told me to read about pickleball. I did, and the basic was I saw older people playing it. I was like, okay. Looks like it's for, elderlies. He's like, no, there's, young people and different ages and stuff. I was like, okay. So we have an ambassador. Her name is Teresa Diaz. So she's the one who actually approached my husband. So this used to be a basketball court.
Really?
Old basketball court, yes. The whole property was the old YMCA. So, and then we bought the property, and then, like I said, Teresa Diaz approached us. We kind of tinkered around it, and we were like, okay, let's just take a jump on this and see where it goes. And here we are.
When you first played, what did you think?
When I first played, I was like, okay. 'Cause it took her a year and two to get me on the court. And then finally I was like, all right, I'll try it. So I tried it. With me having a tennis, ping pong, and a badminton background, I picked it up very quickly. And then I got home, I played it, and then I got home, I told my husband, I was like, oh, honey, I can be very competitive. And then it just went from there.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
So, and it's very competitive. I'm very competitive in any sports I try.
Did you play ping pong for a while?
A long time ago when I was younger, because we had ping pong in the Philippines, so that's what we always played.
Oh, okay.
And badminton in Stockton, so that's what, I'm not originally from here. So when I went to high school in Stockton, that's where I played badminton. So we had a league in Stockton for badminton.
Did you come over from the Philippines?
Yes, I was originally
Wow.
from the Philippines. My dad is in the military, so we came from the Philippines to Hawaii.
How was that?
Very different.
Yeah.
Very different coming from there to over here as well. So, I mean, weather-wise, I love the weather over there. Over here, it's okay unless it's summer.
What brought you to the Central Valley?
My dad, like I said, he was in the military, so he retired in the Navy for 35 years.
Okay, so you were in Stockton, and then you eventually moved down to
Here.
Hanford?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is where my dad retired.
And so with pickleball, what's your favorite thing about it?
The camaraderie of all the different ages that we can, compete against, and just friendship. You develop good friendships among other players.
Yeah, and you guys have really created a great pickleball space right here in Hanford. For people that are not familiar with where it's located, can you kind of take us through how to get here?
Depending on where you're coming from. Fresno Straight, it's, 99, and then 43 straight here. And then from the south side, it's 99. And 43 is the easiest to get here. So it depends. This is like pretty much, I believe, the central of both north and south pickleballers.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, because you're talking about Bakersfield and you're talking about
Yes.
Fresno. There's a lot of players in both.
Yes.
Do you guys play a lot here?
Yes.
How can people find out about the schedule?
It's on Pickleball Hanford at the club on Facebook, and we're also on Instagram, and then our hours is posted. We're open from Sunday to Sunday, 6:30 to 10 o'clock, just depending on how late players wants to stay. We stay open until, there's no other players that you can play with. And then it's closed and open back up at 5:30 p.m. to 8:30, or however late the players can stay.
And you play a number of different events in pickleball, right? I know. Okay, so for people at home, we actually played against each other a couple of times at the California Classic. So that was fun. But you've
Yes.
played singles,
Yes.
doubles,
And mixed.
and mixed, right?
Yes.
What's your favorite?
Singles.
Yeah?
Yes.
Why is that?
You don't have to be frustrated at yourself. I mean, you can talk to yourself when you get mad at yourself.
Well, you already know that I'm loud on the court, so I totally get that, right? It all falls on you, which can be good and can be bad,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
There's also a wheelchair club right here,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit
Yes.
about that.
It all started when a player came up, called me up and asked if they're able to play in our court. I was like, sure, try it out. It's very open for their wheelchairs, and as long as they have the sports wheelchair, because of the surface of the court, we don't want it to get ruined. And then I'm not sure how the others heard about it, but it started with Christy Delude, and she's the one who wanted to come and try it out.
Wow.
So, and then now we have 2 other wheelchair players. So I'd really like it to grow bigger if we could.
And how do people find out about that? Also on social media and everything?
Yes.
Okay. And then for people that do want to play here, do they have to pay a fee, or is there anything associated with it?
If it's your first time, it's free. If you're just going to play for a day, it's $5, and it's $25 a month. But I suggest to people it's $25 a month. It's like, what, $1 or something a day. So it's really cheap.
Yeah, and when you're out here, I feel like nobody's ever playing for just like one game,
yes,
right?
Exactly. Like one more game.
What do you hope to see for pickleball in the Central Valley as it does expand?
For the community to kind of expand it. Hanford, we're the only one that has the pickleball courts. If it wasn't for Teresa to bring this up to us, I don't think we'd have pickleball courts here in Hanford. I'm not sure what the city's plan is, but yeah, just to get the pickleball bigger and expand it so we can get into the Olympics. That would be so awesome.
I know, seriously. And I will say, you guys were kind of ahead of the curve with a lot of different cities, because, even in Fresno, their first, pickleball courts from the city just coming this last year. I know they have Sierra and that kind of stuff,
right.
But how does that feel to be known for having pretty good courts?
Really very proud of ourselves, to get this court opened up and started.
Yeah. I'm sure it was a lot of work, though.
Yes.
What's next for you in your pickleball career?
Hopefully my husband retires soon and I can play more pickleball.
How many times do you play a week, Corey?
I don't really, to be honest. I really don't, because of work. So unless there's a tournament that's happening, then yes, we'll get different groups together, and then that's where I practice. Other than that, I don't play every day like some people think I play every day because I own the court.
Well, you're pretty darn good for not playing every single day. Just to see it from now, when you're looking back at where you guys started to now, did you think it would grow this large in the South Valley?
No, we did not. To be honest, we did not.
Yeah. Any advice for people that are thinking about, playing pickleball, picking up a paddle?
Don't be afraid. It's real easy. Anybody at any age can come and teach you how to play.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming on the Valley Rally. Do appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Now that we have met Corey, it's time to meet the wheelchair pickleball players, including Bernardo Gomez and Austin Parker. They both are incredible, and I was able actually to play a couple of points with them, which was super fun. Now, the game is pretty much the same. Same scoring, same rules. The only difference is that they get 2 bounces instead of 1. Now, Parker isn't just a pickleball player, but he also competes on the Paralympic team for Team USA. He does the bobsled event, and it's essentially the same as well. The only difference is instead of manually running and launching the bobsled, they have an electric arm that will do that. I was able to catch up with both of them to hear their incredible stories. Here you go. Austin, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Of course.
Tell me a little bit about how you got into pickleball.
Oh, how I got in. I was at a National Veterans Wheelchair Games, and that was the first time I played was with them. It was like an introductory to it. For the wheelchair games, they play a bunch of sports, but pickleball was still kind of new at the time, and that was my first time picking up a paddle.
What year do you think that was?
2023.
I feel like once you start playing pickleball, it feels like it's been your whole lifetime, right?
The years are just passing by too fast. 19 was a long time ago.
I know, seriously. I got super into pickleball as soon as I started, which was like 2023 as well. When you first played, what did you think?
It was a blast, yeah. I loved how easy it was from a wheelchair perspective, and how I could play with able-bodied people.
Yeah, and so you've been playing ever since. How long have you been playing here in Hanford?
I've been playing here in Hanford about 8 months now, probably. But I didn't play all that much until I started playing here. I kind of played when things came up for other wheelchair events, which was kind of far few in between. But I played in a tournament in Cincinnati back in October. So I came here and started playing a lot to get ready for that tournament, and I'm addicted now.
And so when was that tournament?
It was in October of this year.
How did you do?
I got fourth place in doubles.
Wow.
And I think fourth place in singles also.
Wow. You said that you are a veteran.
Yep.
Take me through your service.
I did 11 years here in NAS Lemoore. I was a AD, aviation's machinist mate. So I worked on the F-18s first, and then I went to working on just the engines. And then from doing that, I became a teacher, and I was working at the schoolhouse when I got hurt. I was in a motorcycle accident, and then retired in 2018 after I got hurt.
What was that like, going through your accident and the change in your life?
It was a huge change, very dramatic. I was kind of at the prime of my life. I was 33 years old. I had my own house, was doing pretty well. I was pretty happy with how things were going, and then it just got turned upside down. And I'm very thankful to be a veteran because there's a lot out there for us, sports-wise and like recreational things and stuff like that, a lot of programs. So very fortunate in that aspect, and I've taken advantage of a lot of that and kind of just learned how to keep going and having fun and enjoying my disability, actually. I mean, I have a lot of fun still and do so many different things that I would have never done. As I was telling you earlier, I'm on Team USA for para bobsled. I mean, I would have never done that, And here I am, traveling the world doing different things, like, bobsledding in Latvia and St. Moritz and Norway and just all beautiful places in the world, and just traveling and having fun and kicking butt.
And you just went to Park City, you said,
yeah,
right?
I was
for
just
that?
in Park City, yeah. I took second place in our team selection races.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So what all do you compete in?
Well, I compete in bobsled and kind of anything else that pops up. I used to ski a lot. I was having a lot of fun in that, and I kind of hurt my shoulder. Getting a little older, so I got to start, taking it easy and not competing so much. So pickleball is a lot of fun, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's just pickleball and bobsled.
Did you do any sports growing up?
I played hockey. I was more into skateboarding, snowboarding, and cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite car, a dream car?
Well, I'm building a 68 Charger with my father-in-law, and I have a 69 Camaro. So yeah, I got favorite cars, and then I think we're gonna build a Mustang after those are done.
That's a lot of work, but I'm sure it pays off.
Yeah, it's hard. I got 2 little kids right now, so it's hard to find the time to get out there and build them. But that's was my hobby and my dream growing up, to be able to have that, and I'm doing it. So.
What does it mean to have a place like right here in Hanford where you can play pickleball, and just the fact that it is making it more accessible?
It's great, especially these courts. They're very accessible for the wheelchairs. I played at other courts where you don't really fit through the gates and stuff, so you got to take a wheel off and kind of shimmy yourself through. So these courts are great. My house is literally probably half a mile away down the street. So, I drop the kids off at school and come over here in the morning and come play for a couple hours.
Do you play quite a bit?
3 days a week. So my youngest is just going to like daycare 3 days a week. So I come out on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays in the morning and play while the kids are away.
And how many different wheelchair players are there?
We got 3 that come out here actively. Trying to get a couple other people that I know out here, but as is the other guy that I play with, he's got kids too, so it's hard for him to find time. They're all in sports. His kids are a little older, so the sports are keeping him busy. And then another veteran, he just got hurt, so I'm really trying to get him out and here. But
I'm sure too, once your life does change, it's important to have an outlet where you can really, burn off some steam, you know what I mean? And make sure that you are able to connect with people. Can you talk about how important that was for you?
Yeah, well, in pickleball, it's very inclusive. I mean, a lot of the people here, especially, like, they make a point to come and play with us. I think they enjoy playing with the wheelchairs sometimes, and just it's very inclusive, and everyone's very friendly, and it's nice getting to know everyone and their backgrounds, and it's such a different demographic that everyone's in, and getting to know the people is fun.
You've said that you've traveled a lot for a number of sports, and so what's been your favorite place that you've gone?
Probably St. Moritz is the most beautiful place I've gone for bobsled. Yeah, it's very surreal that the track there is made out of It's man-made every year, so it's actually the largest ice sculpture in the world because it's about a mile long, and they handcraft it every year. So it's very different than all the other tracks in the world where they're made out of concrete. So if you ever ride roller coasters, and like the new coasters are very smooth compared to like a wooden roller coaster. So St. Moritz is smooth, and all the other ones are like a wooden roller coaster, and you're just bopping your head around every.
So it's a little bit rougher at the other courses.
Bobsled is very rough. Yeah, it's a rough sport. It's not for the faint of heart.
Where do you plan to travel to next? Do you have any upcoming events?
Yep. So the World Cup starts in Norway, and then we'll go from Norway to Latvia to St. Moritz, and then back to Lake Placid, New York.
Do you plan to travel along to compete in pickleball as well?
There's starting to be more competitions for the wheelchair players. Like they just had nationals in where was it? San Diego, and they had a wheelchair class. So yeah, I just saw a roster that got put out, and there was quite a few events going on this year for wheelchair players.
That's awesome.
So
That's
I
awesome.
plan on hitting those up.
I mean, it's the fastest growing sport in the United States. I mean,
It's
how
huge.
cool is that? I mean, locally in Fresno, they are going to have the National Deaf Pickleball Association, and that's really grown over the past year or so. So do you hope that there is more inclusivity going forward? And what's your message to people at home that are maybe a little bit intimidated about coming out to the courts?
For everybody, just get off the couch, come out and play. You know, if you can play in wheelchairs. I got a friend, he's got one arm. He comes out and he teaches pickleball classes now. He's another veteran that I've met doing adaptive sports, and he's out. He teaches other adaptive classes for that, and just you know, teaches pickleball new players how to play. So yeah, get up, do it. Everyone's fun and happy, and everyone gets along playing pickleball. So yeah, it's great.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Do appreciate it. Yeah, high five.
Let's go.
All right, Bernardo, thank you so much for coming on the Valley Rally. Do appreciate it. Tell me a little bit about how you first started playing pickleball.
I just ran into Austin, my friend Austin, in a spinal cord injury awareness walk, and that's where I met him. And ever since then, I've been playing with them, been doing things with them, and just kind of been my friend, my guide.
Yeah, I mean, so was it very long ago that you started playing pickleball, like in the last year or several years?
A couple months, like 6 months. It's been like 6 months now.
What was it like when you first played?
When do we come out here again? You know? Yeah, I was like, when do we play again? I was so excited to come play. Because it's definitely different than just staying at home in a wheelchair. You know, you're out here participating, you're out here playing, you're out here challenge yourself to get better, you know, and score points. So it feels good to be out here and still be part of society and part of a sport.
How often do you play?
Like twice a week.
Okay.
Twice a week.
What part of your game are you working on the most? Because I know for myself, I really need to work on like the drop shots. Not very good at those.
Probably my backhands, and probably I can always get better at my serves, but I'm overall decent, I guess.
Are you from the Central Valley originally?
Yes.
And did you play any other sports?
Oh, back in high school, I did soccer, track, and football.
What's most different about pickleball than the other sports?
It's just hand coordination, just kind of overall the same thing. You know, you still got to catch a ball, you still got to hit the ball, you still got to shoot the ball. So that's still the same concept. Now just a little different because you're in a wheelchair, but it's still the same concept. I feel.
What does it mean to be able to be out here, and especially to see other wheelchair players? You know, you talked about your friendship with Austin, so to be out here and to feel like the sport is inclusive, what does that mean to you?
It feels like we can still be part of society and part of sports, even if we're in a wheelchair. Doesn't mean that your walls are gonna enclose. You know, that means you can still be out here and do things just a little different.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and just in general, how much does it mean to be able to have these courts here locally in Hanford? Because some cities in the valley don't even have courts.
They don't. Yeah. So I'm very thankful and blessed to be able to come and be a part of this, and them allowing it for us. you know. And hopefully more people can hear this and can join us and be part of this group.
Your message to others at home that are maybe watching this and are thinking about coming out and playing pickleball?
Go ahead and give it a shot and give it a try, and you'll like it.
It's time for Bab's best shot. Next up, we have an incredible shot behind the back by Matt Burkhart. Maybe it's skill, maybe it's luck. I'll let you at home decide.
No way.
And if you would like to submit a Bab's Best Shot, all you have to do is send me a direct message at Medeiros Bab or at Central Valley Rally. I'll see you next week.